Hi, my name is CA Rohit Dayma. I'm the General Secretary of ICAI Abu Dhabi Chapter, and we have with us CA Ramesh Mahalingam, Managing Director, Ideal Capital Management Consultants. Thank you for being with us today to offer your expertise on the transaction advisory.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. My question is, what it is about transaction advisory that you like?
Transaction advisory is a process, it's a series of steps that is entirely multidisciplinary and multifaceted. It brings to the fore all that a person would have learnt through his career, and for that matter, it is a team effort. You require the skill sets of an entire team to pull through a transaction. Yeah? And no two transactions are alike.
Right.
It is that element of uncertainty about transactions that I guess draws me into it time and again.
Excellent, excellent. And what are the main reasons why transactions fail to go through?
One of the chief reasons why transactions do not happen is because of the huge gap in valuation expectations. A seller might want the sky-high valuation for his business that he's selling, and a buyer might want a ground level valuation. Now, to bridge that gap is the challenge. We manage it sometimes, we don't at other times.
Good. With so many large established advisors around, how do you manage to place yourself as a boutique transaction advisory firm, I would say?
See, as a boutique advisory firm, we are flexible and we can afford to put a senior person on the job rather than a middle level or a junior level person. The depth of interaction, the variety of experience that a senior person would bring to bear in this rather experience-driven transaction advisory business, is what makes a difference. Right. People like our flexibility, and of course, we're not that expensive like the big bulge bracket firms. Yeah, that needs to be said too.
Right. And the last one is, how does a chartered accountant transition from accounting into the M&A advisory?
Well, I'm a case in point myself. I was an accountant. I grew into CFO role, and then from there I diversified by first moving out of industry into investment banking. That was my first and big move towards transaction advisory. Working for an investment bank and having done several transactions, eventually I catalogued all my experiences and then stepped out into entrepreneurship by setting up an advisory firm. And then the rest, as they say, is the history of the last 12 years.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and it was a pleasure to have you here.
The pleasure is all mine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me once again.